So we are back measuring bite force, and today we've got some brand new dogs to test on the sleeve. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Let me quickly explain what we do here at Rogue One Canine. So this is the only channel on YouTube where we actually measure real canine bite force using custom built equipment and sensors. And not only that, we display the live bite forces on the screen and they're backed up with video proof. So far we have tested hundreds of dogs, all different shapes and sizes and breeds, and honestly some of the results have been very surprising, especially compared to what we thought we know about how hard each breed bites. Our current hardest biting dog is Bronson, the Cane Corso, with a whopping 207 kilograms or 456 pounds of bite force, followed closely by another powerhouse, Bronson the Rottweiler, who scored 183 kilograms or 403 pounds. So yes, both top dogs are called Bronson. Coincidence? Maybe. Powerhouses? Absolutely. But we don't just measure raw force, we also track power to weight ratios. This shows which dogs bite the hardest relative to their own size. That means every dog, big or small, gets a fair shot at the leaderboard. Our current power to weight champion is Spike, with a bite force 6.27 times higher than his own body weight. And right behind him is Tiny, the bull herder, with a 5.56 times body weight bite. And yes, that is insanely high. I honestly never expected to see numbers like that. Dogs producing 6 times their own body weight in bite force, that is next level. So today we've got a fresh lineup of dogs ready to be tested. Let's find out if any of them have what it takes to break records, climb the leaderboard, or even challenge Bronson for the top spot.
Watch it. Watch it. Good girl. Yeah.
114.
So first up, we've got a young Doberman pup. This is Reaper, a 6-month-old Doberman. Now Reaper isn't just any pup. He comes from some of the top working Doberman bloodlines in the UK. And he is out of the Huskar lines. Now, if you know anything about working Dobermans in the UK, you will already know that the name Huskar carries some serious weight. Now, we have tested a few Dobermans on this channel before, and while they're not typically built for raw bite power like a Bandog or a Presa Canario, they've still managed to put out some very impressive scores, especially considering their build and their head shape. Our current top Doberman on the channel is Hank, who came in with a bite force of around 100 kilograms, which is roughly 220 pounds of pressure. So the question is, does Reaper have the potential to top the Doberman leaderboard once he's fully grown? You know, maybe we can find out from his score as a pup what we can expect from him when he's older. So let's see what kind of power the 6-month-old future working dog is already packing.
Get it, boy. Get it, son.
30.
30.
That's good.
Oh,
Is that
get it,
that
son. Good boy.
for his age?
Good boy, son.
Is it
Boy,
Kaya?
son.
Kaya, who's just been on. She got 45.
Bloodline, watch him. Watch him. Good boy, get him.
38.
Good boy, get him.
Good lad.
Good boy, son.
Boy.
He's got his full grip on it as well.
Do you know what his grip's insane?
Yeah, he's got a good grip.
Good lad. There for
He's
it.
got a really good grip.
Son.
Boy. Yeah, get him.
Getting 38.
Oh.
Gonna take it.
So Reaper comes in with a bite force score of 38 kilograms, which is roughly 83 pounds of pressure. And for a 6-month-old pup, that is seriously impressive. You know, you can clearly see the genetics at work here. The way he locked in with a full mouth grip right in the center of the sleeve and held it there the entire time. Now that is something that even adult dogs on this channel sometimes struggle with. And remember, our bite sleeve is slightly firmer than a regular one, so it's not easy to sink into unless the dog really commits. Now this pup is already showing working traits that some handlers spend years trying to build. Things like focus, accuracy, grip, confidence and pressure. Honestly, for his age and size, this is a brilliant result. Massive effort from Reaper, and hopefully we'll get the chance to test him again when he's fully grown, just to see how far he has come. So next up, we've got Nova, a female Cane Corso. Now, if you've seen our previous episodes, you'll already know just how powerful that this breed can be. In fact, our current Bite Force champion on the channel is a main Cane Corso with a massive score of 207 kilograms. Now that's 456 pounds of pressure. But here's the interesting part. Nova is brand new to bite work. She's only had 2 training sessions so far, so this is a perfect opportunity to see where she's at in the early stages of her development. And if you're thinking of getting a Cane Corso, or you want to explore protection training or dog sports, Nova is a great example of how a well-balanced pet with the right traits can absolutely excel in bite work. The Cane Corso as a breed loves this kind of training. It taps into their natural instincts and gives them real genetic fulfillment. They're focused, powerful and driven, and when you give them a job to do, they usually go all in. Now, we've tested multiple male Cane Corsos, but only one other female so far. This is Azora, who scored 106 kilograms, which is about 234 pounds. So the question is, can Nova get close to, or even beat the score, with just 2 sessions of bite work under her belt? So let's find out. Nice. Ooh. See, that's where I'd got bit in the leg.
Literally trying to go around the sleeve.
Yeah. So Nova comes in with a Bite Force score of 81 kilograms, which is around 178 pounds of pressure. And honestly, for a dog that has only had 2 bite work sessions, that is very, very impressive. She's still in the early stages of training, so there's plenty of room for grip development, confidence building, and just refining her technique as she gets more time on the sleeve with experienced decoys. So if she continues down the training path, I think it's safe to say that we could absolutely see Nova hitting some of those big Corso numbers that we see so often. What's also really interesting about this result is that it gives us a glimpse into the natural protection instincts of the Cane Corso breed. You know, you could argue that with just 2 sessions, Nova is still technically untrained, or at best a complete novice. Yet she still stepped up, bit the sleeve with power and intent, and scored way higher than a lot of dogs that have had months of exposure. Now, I've seen plenty of debates online about whether untrained dogs would really protect their owners in a real-life situation. And personally, I wouldn't want to take that chance with Nova. This dog clearly has the heart, the drive and the genetics, and she's only just getting started. So next up, we've got a very solid Malinois on the sleeve. Now, as most of you know, the Belgian Malinois is by far the most widely used breed in dog sports, police work and military roles. So it's no surprise that we've seen quite a few of them here on the channel. But here's what's interesting, their Bite Force scores can vary massively. We've had Malinois coming around the 70-80 kg mark, which is 154 to 176 pounds. And we've also had some hit the 120 to 130 kg range, which is about 265 to 287 pounds. So that is a huge difference for a breed that's so well known for its drive and its bite enthusiasm. And that brings me to an important point. Drive and intent are not always the same thing. Most Malinois are highly driven. They're eager to chase, bite, and engage with the decoy, but not all of them bite with serious intent. Some are in it for the game, and others, they're in it like it's life or death. And that probably comes down to the bloodlines, the breeding programs, and how much genetic pressure is actually behind that dog. But let's be real, bite force doesn't win points in IGP or other sport competitions. So most breeders aren't really focused on producing the hardest biting Malinois. It's all about control, precision, and sport performance. But still, from a bite force science perspective, we're always curious to see what kind of numbers a Malinois can put up. So let's see how this dog can do.
Boy, 87, 92. Has it fucked on that eye?
It is.
92, I told you. G really strong. G up. It is. You see how well on the next one? Stop being good boy. Yes. Lad. Stop being. I watch it to Welsh chef when he gets a bit tight. Yeah.
Yeah, then we'll out to mate, and then I'll do one with.
Finn.
I'll leave that. Fuck off. Move in. Good boy, stop. Good boy. Yes. Stop in. Good lad. Not for a while, but that's a good boy.
So the Malinois comes in with a bite force of 92 kg, which is around 203 pounds of pressure. Now that is a very interesting score, and here's why. 92 kg sits around the upper middle range for all of the Malinois that we've tested so far on this channel. And remember earlier when I mentioned drive and intent? Well, I'd say that this dog has a really solid mix of both. So let's break it down. First off, we know that there's intent behind this bite because 92 kg is not an accidental score. To hit that level of force, the dog has to really mean it. And that kind of pressure doesn't happen unless the dog has some level of intent behind the bite. Secondly, the dog is clearly high drive. Well, it is a Malinois, but there are a couple of subtle clues in the footage if you watch closely. So notice the paws. The way that the dog tries to get its paws on the sleeve, now that is pure possession. The dog wants to win the bite sleeve and will do whatever it takes to secure it, even if it means gripping with the front paws. And then there's the famous Malinois leg shake. So if you see that back leg shaking while the dog's locked onto the sleeve, that's adrenaline, excitement, and raw intensity. This dog has been waiting for this moment all day and is finally releasing some steam. And this is what separates protection work from everyday exercise. You know, you can walk a Malinois all day, throw a ball 100 times, but nothing is going to satisfy their instincts like this kind of work. It's what they're built for. Next up, we've got a female German Shepherd, and this one has got a bit of a sleeper build. She's not the biggest dog that we've tested, but don't let the size fool you. She is showing bags of drive, and that is what really counts. Now, if you missed any of our previous GSD episodes, we've had some seriously impressive scores from this breed. Our hardest biting GSD to date is Jack, who hit a massive 137 kilograms or 302 pounds of pressure. Just behind him is Winston with 135 kilograms or 297 pounds. So both these dogs are putting out numbers that rival some of the biggest Mastiff breeds that we've tested. And the funny part is, Google will tell you that a GSD has a bite force of around 238 psi. But based on our real world testing, a well-motivated working line shepherd can easily blow past those figures. So yeah, take that, Google. Let's see how this girl stacks up.
Stop him.
How old is she?
15 years.
Yeah.
Stop him, Dee. Stop him.
Keep going.
Stop him, Dee.
That's what Storm gets. 41. She'll pick it up a bit more.
Stop him, Dee.
Huh?
Storm and Jane.
No, we've got a Rottweiler called Storm.
Oh.
45. She's getting it.
Good girl. Stop him, G.
Hell, Dee, stop him.
Good girl.
It's
good for her age.
Girl.
Good girl, stop him.
Go.
Stop him.
Girl, stop him, G.
She's not fully in.
Come on, G, sorted.
Stop him. Yeah. Oh. Stop him, guys.
Peaking at 45. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop him.
Anything?
No, 45.
Should be getting tired.
Yeah. She's not long as child as well.
Oh, that's she.
Yeah.
She's eating quite consistent though. Yeah, she's being consistent. So she's tiring.
Yeah.
Oh.
46.
46.
Good girl, stop him, G. Keep going.
So the female German Shepherd comes in with a bite force score of 46 kg, which is around 101 pounds of pressure. But did you notice something? Her hardest bite actually came at the very end, right after I pretended to be her and dropped down to one knee. So this dog is an absolute savage. She was literally trying to kick me while I was down. Now here's what's interesting about that. It says a lot about the dog's mindset during the bite. So her biggest spike came not at the beginning, but when she thought that she had won the fight. And when you think about that, it makes perfect sense. You know, if we were watching a boxing match, as soon as one of the fighters gets rocked with a punch, the other fighter usually pounces to finish the job. It's about confidence and momentum. And this GSD might not have been fully confident at first. You know, I'm a new face and she's not used to my sleeve. And there's a lot going on around her as well. But the moment she sensed weakness, she leaned in harder and gave that bite that little bit extra, which I think is a really cool insight. And if you're a professional decoy, you're probably already used to this type of pressure behavior. But for me, it's fascinating watching it play out in real time, especially when we've got the numbers on the screen to prove it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe because we've got more dog breeds and bite force tests coming up real soon.